What's up, everybody? Appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for hanging with us this afternoon. We're here for NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying for the Enjoy Illinois 300. Hope you're having a good time today. Hope you had a great Xfinity Series qualifying. Hope the ones that joined us for that, we thank you for that. Thank you for the support. And now we're here for NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying. 21 minutes in Group A. We have 18 cars on the track, including some playoff drivers. Playoffs? No, I don't think there's any playoff drivers in this. Are there any playoff drivers? No, there's not one playoff driver in Group A. So let's go take a look. What's up, everybody? Richard, what's up, Joyce? Hello, Philip. Philip, I sent you your package. You should be getting that next week. Brawny, what's up? Hunter, Crazy, what's going on? Billy Voles, what's up? Danny, Sky, Allen, John Collins, what's going on? Hello, Richard. Anybody else here? All the ones watching Ninja, we appreciate you too as well. Thank you so much for hanging here. Marcus was here earlier, said I predict Christopher Bell. And what's up, Hunter? Good to see you. So let's get to the main page here. And we're in Group 1. Group 1, Ty Gibbs, Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer, Michael McDowell, Zane Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Noah Gragson, Riley Herbst, Daniel Suarez, Cody Ware, Justin Haley, Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece, Kyle Busch. Last time 2 years ago was his last win, and it was at this track. So he's driving a black car. We'll see if he can do it again here. And then Ty Dillon there in that DraftKings Chevrolet. So we'll see how that goes. But we're in practice. We appreciate you ones hanging out with us today. We thank you for being here. And let's get here back at it.
Brad Keselowski, Ryan Preece, Carson Hocevar, Chris Buescher, Kyle Busch, and John Hunter Nemechek, the Group 1 cars on the track. Ty Gibbs, fastest so far. Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer, the fast 5. We mentioned Steve Post and Chris Wilner patrolling the pit lane for us. Chris, what do you have for us down there so far?
So, Mike, we are in the camp for Kyle Busch, the 2023 winner of this race, and a driver that many maybe put their arrows on as somebody that could be strong this weekend. Now, just checked in with the team. Kyle only ran a handful of laps. He's already on pit road here at World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway with a no-handling race car. Said it was really hard on the left rear tire. They are some
19 minutes left in this practice here. Cole Custard.
Go ahead and jack up the
Cole Custard, not Cole Custard. Sorry about that.
It's going to be a good weekend for Kyle. Obviously, we know not in the playoff picture. The Tucson racetrack he's been so good at the last couple of years. Talked to Raymond Bernandez-Trucci. He said, we're so confident with the setup coming in here. Now, the only variable that's different are the conditions and the fact that we've got a new tire this year. This is the same tire that they ran back in Iowa, but they're running the intermediate aero package here in the Cup Series, different from the short track package in Iowa. So a lot of things still to figure out with this team, but the driver did begins 100 Cup Series start for RCR this weekend. Kyle Busch not happy as he sits here on pit road.
Kyle Busch not happy.
18 drivers.
Not a happy camper.
Gibbs is the fastest. Brad Keselowski second quick. Carson Hocevar, Todd Gilliland, Cole.
No, Andy's frozen custard. That's right.
We sit right now. Most drivers on their 8th or 9th lap. Steve Post is also up on the pit lane. Postman, what kind of things you looking at?
Well, and it's a lot what you guys said the first portion of this podcast. The uncertainty here, the new tire, the Christian.
Michael McDowell in 6th right now, coming in the pits.
Everyone wondering what this
Gibbs, Keselowski, Hocevar.
Here in the 4 years we've been here.
Is Kyle ever happy? Exactly, right? Exactly.
And then how they run over the long run. Like a lot of these practice sessions, I think the goal for everybody is to go out and do a long run and to see what your car does, how your car trains, and really how much speed comes out of the tires. We've heard all kinds of speculation. Oh, the tire's going to wear a lot of speed out of these things. It's going to be a major tire management race. We've heard others, in fact, heard some drivers this morning saying, are 2 tires on pit stops going to be a call? Will there be fuel-only stalls? So, fuel-only.
No Team Penske car has practiced yet. No. They're all in Group 2 because they're all in the playoffs. Anybody that's in the playoffs is in Group 2. Anybody that's not is in Group 1.
They are all keeping a keen eye on lap times, what lanes they're running. Oh, by the way, they're shifting also. They're downshifting twice into turn number 1, downshifting 1 time in turn number 3. There is all kinds of variables and all kinds of questions coming this weekend here at this racetrack.
So let's give you the lay of the land as far as the playoff leaderboard is concerned.
Playoffs?
A moment ago, Chase Briscoe is already on to the round of 12 by winning the Cookout Southern 500 last weekend at Darlington. Denny Hamlin is second. He is 43 points above the cut line. Kyle Larson's third. He's in by 38. Tyler Reddick is fourth. He's in by 35. Bubba Wallace is fifth. He's in by 25.
Keselowski, Hocevar, Gillen, Custer.
25 as well. Bubba and William tied for that 5th spot. In 7th, you've got Ryan Blaney. He's in by 22. Ross Chastain is 8th. He's in by 21. But Alex, this is where things start to get tight just a tick. Austin Cindric is 9th. He's in by 12. Christopher Bell's 10th, in by 11. Chase Elliott is 11th. He's in by 9. And Shane Van Gisbergen is on the cut line right now, in by 3. The 4 on the outside looking in are Joey Logano out by 3, Austin Dillon out by 8, and Alex Bowman and Josh Berry out by 19. The both of them. And let's put an asterisk beside the Shane Van Gisbergen name, who is, as Mike pointed out, 12th on the board, plus 3 on the point cut. This is the first time he's ever stepped foot on this property, let alone seen it in person. So he never raced in an Xfinity car here because
does KFC sponsor a Cup car? I don't think so.
Never ran a Craftsman.
I don't think so.
A World Wide Technology Raceway. So we're going to pay close attention when he gets on the track here in Group number 2. Exactly how he adapts, and he's got 25 minutes to adapt and adapt quickly. But again, no playoff drivers here. In
Playoffs
number 2. One of them
fancy meeting you here, Miss Tom and Cole Trickle.
What's going on right now?
So far, so good. He was worried about his line down in turns 1 and 2, and they said everyone is.
Look at Bad Brad in second.
Or 2 later, they said correction. Ty Gibbs has just moved up to the same line you were running, so they felt good about that.
Bad Brad
was a little loose off in the corner, and that's where he was giving up speed.
Not one Not one RFK racing car in the playoffs. What's up, Kelly? Good to see you. Daniel, where's the Hamlin hat? It's down there. It's UT Day. What's up, Linda? Good to see you.
The balance of this season out and this team made a manufacturer change announcement this week. They're going to go from Ford Motor Company, Ford Racing as it's now going to be known, to the Chevrolet camp. They're going to have
that likes, y'all, trying to get to 144. 100 likes. 100 likes. Help us out, y'all. 100 likes. We have 44 likes.
And then next year, work their way into the Chevrolet.
Subscribe to the channel as well, y'all.
Big practice here. A little bit loose up off in the corners, but I will tell you another.
You think so, Ricky? What's up, C. Brown? Good to see you, man.
Custard on it, and I know it's not 95 degrees and high humidity. That car looks good, and Andy Frozen's custard wouldn't be bad down here, even though.
And Andy's frozen custard.
So we'll see what happens with cold custard here as he gets ready.
Cold custard.
Andy's frozen custard is good if it's 90 above or 90 below. But
that's right.
We were talking about.
Love the peanut butter parlay. What's up, Wade? Big Wade, brother. You see if your boy wins this weekend?
That news came out a couple of days ago. Basically, a renewal of sorts and a homecoming. Because when Gene Haas fired his race team up in 2002, they were a Chevy team. And it has its ripple effects, Alex. Obviously, they'll be fielding Chevrolets on Sundays, but they'll be fielding Chevrolets on Saturdays as well.
Yeah, and what in 2026 will be the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
O'Reilly.
So it's going to be a new move across the board. And let's face it, they needed to do something. When they realigned and
is that Zillage with Junior Motorsports? No, that's
go from Stewart
SVG.
This year, Haas factory team, one Cup car, the handful of Xfinity cars. What are you going to do? Where's the program?
These are the cars that are on the track right now, right here. These are on the ones on the track right now. The current paint schemes of the week.
Starts at the Cup level and trickles down from there. And they needed to find something solid to latch onto, and they've done that obviously with
Hocevar in third.
Talk with Joe Custer, the president of
somewhere in South Georgia, Pine Top Brewing.
They have the full commitment from Ford Racing through the end of the year. A lot of times,
51 likes. Help us let those likes. Trying to get to 100 likes.
Manufacturer teams get cut out of information and kind of
pay your admission fee. You don't have to pay no admission fee. Center Hill Cards. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Joe said though, with conversations about 2026 going,
and your car is on the way, buddy.
Step aside, let those conversations.
Send it this morning.
So they at Haas Factory Team can engage in their 2026 conversations with Chevrolet. So that one of the biggest news stories of the week. That's
Cedric back in a Freightliner car.
Team Cole Custer, its driver right now, 5th of 18 cars that have practiced for the Enjoy Illinois 300 from World Wide.
All right, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. We thank you so much for hanging with us. This is the NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying as we continue our coverage of yearly of the NASCAR practice and NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualify. We appreciate you guys being here. We appreciate y'all hitting that like for us. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. 35,048 is our subscriber count. Coming up next after this will be the NASCAR Xfinity Series regular season finale, the New Way 200 here at the Worldwide Gateway Raceway at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway coming up next for your folks. We'll have a good time with that tonight. We'll see who gets in the playoffs. We'll see who gets in there. And a $5 super chat. Congratulations, 35,000. Ricky, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Ricky, your pin that you won a couple weeks ago is on the way as well. We mailed a bunch of stuff this morning, had an opportunity to actually do some community work here for you guys, giving back to the community by giving away stuff. Speaking of giving away, this Sunday on our channel during the third stage of the Enjoy Illinois 300, we'll be giving away 5 gifts to us, all your friends out here. 5 out here. So we appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with us on the go at CeeLo. So we thank you guys so much for your support. This is pretty much a NASCAR channel. It's probably about 90% NASCAR now. We do have baseball that we do. We do basketball as well. We do other sports, but this channel is about 90% is NASCAR. So we try to give back. We thank you guys for the ones that do watch other sports and cross over our other sports, which is what you want. You want your members that like this and like that back over to each other. So we thank you guys for being here. We thank so much for hanging out. Ty Gibbs right now on top here with a 32.898 fastest lap right here. We'll see if Ty Gibbs can get the pole here. Could he get his first win of the season? We'll see, of his career here in the NASCAR Cup Series. We'll see. Bad Brad Keselowski out of the playoffs, but you know he would like to win here for RFK. Carson Hocevar would love to win his first race as well. And then Todd Gillen, Front Row Motorsports in fourth fastest. All the stuff going down between NASCAR and Front Row Motorsports, you know he wants a win too as well. We thank you guys for being here. What's up, Russell? Good to hear you. Need that Penske pole, but let's see what happens, man. Joey Logano, he's third average finish here. Penske eighth for Cindric. So lots of good stats for Penske here at this track. We'll see what happens. Let's get back to it.
Nemechek, driving for Legacy Motor Club, coming off the top 5 finish.
None of the gifts are. If they want one, they'll get one.
In the Cookout Southern 500, Postman.
And that was a career best finish for John Hunter Nemechek. So he is on a high. There is no doubt about it. And the car is pretty good here. You mentioned he's 8th fastest on single lap speed. The car just developed a little bit tight. That means the nose wants to slide up the racetrack. So they just brought it down to the attention of the crew and made an adjustment on it and made sure the crew chief down here and the crew.
What's up, Gregor? Good to see you, man.
A little bit more.
Mark,
if you will.
Butterfly back in the house. What's up, Butterfly?
He also won a Truck Series race here at this racetrack back in 2017. Out down here.
Kelly Clark. We got the Braves game for breakfast tomorrow. No, it's early. It's late. 2 o'clock.
Keeping a keen eye on this one as well.
2 o'clock start.
Coming off from back to back top 5 finishes with that run at Daytona. So the Legacy Motor Club really putting together a nice stretch of this season right now, and they're hoping to continue on. John Hunter Nemechek.
Keep that 77 car away from Bell on the road. That's right. They hit each other last week.
Race car and the handling that he had that first time on the car was very tight over the course of the laps.
Oh, I remember that. Yes, I remember that, Kelly.
Interesting how that plays.
I remember that. Yes.
Had pretty good year this year.
Daniel, good to see you. Appreciate you being here. How long are the practice sessions? We're 7 minutes left in this Group 1 practice. 7 minutes left.
Plays into the hands that they know that they're going the right direction. And when you look at what,
Wonder if I could do a timer
here. Go back to Darlington just 1 week. It's the first time 2 drivers in Legacy Motor Club's lineup has finished top 4 in a race.
Timer?
First time finishing in the top 5 back-to-back races since 2012, when the team was then known
See if I can
as
find a
Richard
countdown
Motorsports. So
ticker.
it tells you what kind of rough sledding it's been, but the direction they're going.
Eric Jones finished 3rd. John Hunter Nemechek 4th. Last weekend in Darlington.
No.
Ty Gibbs continues to be the fastest in single lap speed. Chris, what's the update?
And Mike, they're continuing to work now on the long run, as you guys mentioned, was leading the 5-lap average there over a couple of minutes ago. Checked in with the crew, and Ty very happy with the race car until about lap 22, when he said it just got really tight. Chris Gabehart, who's on the radio for Ty, as well as crew chief.
Chris Gabehart, of course, he is the director of competition for Joe Gibbs Racing. Not a pit truth anymore for Denny Hamlin.
That'll kind of push you down.
Update my leaderboard. It is updated.
Number 2, you get a bit of a headwind coming right up.
It is updated.
So having to negotiate where you downshift and where the car needs to be placed to avoid some of those conditions is something they're working with Ty Gibbs. So this has kind of been a fact of what Ty's been able to do the last couple of weeks. The Lone Ranger for Joe Gibbs Racing in group number 1, kind of an anomaly. I don't know how much you can learn in group 1, but what you can do is set your teammates up for success based on.
It matches what's on the TV.
It's put down. The track continues to change. Could help the teammates here for group number 2. But Ty Gibbs, happy with the race car until about lap 21. Said it got really tight. They're going to run this thing out till the end and burn as much fuel off as they can to have a little bit of a lighter load when they go qualifying and just a little bit. They have now run 32 consecutive laps. They've been on the track ever since it went green. Gibbs still the fastest on single lap speeds.
All right, so we will look at the lap averages after this practice is over. About 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in this Group 1 practice. Group 2 will consist of all the playoffs, and maybe a couple here and there, but all of the playoff drivers will be in Group 2. I think that's the way it's going to be, even though they based it on finish and all that stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Cole Custard in that Andy's Frozen Custard car. He is 5th place right now, fastest on the track. McDowell right behind him, and there's Ty Gibbs, though, continuing to lead. The fastest car on the track there, Ty Gibbs in that 54 Xfinity. Is it Xfinity? I think it is. car there, or is that Series? I don't even know. I have to look to see what the sponsor is. I'll have to take a look there. But him and Noah Gragson there battling in the Beefaroo Ford side by side. Cross hasn't been crew chief for a while. Correct. He has not been crew chief for a while. He is the director of competition for Joe Gibbs Racing. But he comes on everybody's radio. He's always talking to the drivers too as well. So yep, Sirius XM. I'm sorry, the 54 Sirius XM Camry Toyota for Ty Gibbs. Him and Noah Gragson have a little issue. Gregson wanting to go around him, and Gibbs is blocking him.
Spark plugs. Forget pit stops too. E3 gives you maximum fuel efficiency for more miles on the road and less time at the pump. E3 spark plugs. Power, speed, domination. Get yours today. Practice continues. 4 minutes to go for Group 1 cars here at World Wide Technology Raceway. Brad Keselowski, number 2 on the leaderboard. What is the update there for the driver of the number 6 flagship RFK car there, Postman?
They are very happy with this car.
What's up, Negative Squirrel? Shangron, good to see you too. Bad bread don't mean what it used to. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. You are right about that. I like that mixed in with ground up hamburger meat.
Really, why not?
Beefaroo.
Now, Window is down. He's done for the day as far as practice goes. Finished 3rd here last year in this race, so really.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He also won here in the Nascar Cup Series. Way back 15 years ago, back in 2010. So this racetrack has always been good for Brad, and I'm not really surprised.
Oh, Rowdy there in 17th.
To his car, and Brad seems very, very confident, very, very comfortable. I think they've got a good car specifically on the long run, and that's what you're looking
for. What's up, Daryl? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here.
Brad Keselowski has only lost, about 9/10 of a second.
Keep in that like, trying to get to 100 likes.
Was the 5th.
100 likes. Help us out, y'all, with that likes there, please.
The racetrack. Compared to Ty Gibbs, the fastest single lap speed, Gibbs has now run 37 consecutive laps. And
hit that like for us, y'all.
Up to the tone of 1.4 seconds a lap from his fast lap. Fastest laps are being turned in anywhere between the 2, 3, 4, and 5 lap range. And then, of course, these teams are staying out. The driver that has been on the racetrack the most is the driver that's number 1 in single lap average, or single lap speeds, I should say. Ty Gibbs, 38th lap. He has just put on the leaderboard. Ryan Preece has been out 37th. Also, the car of Riley Herbst has been out.
How's Reddick doing? He's not in this. He is in the Group 2. Group 2 for Tyler Reddick.
Talked about Ty Gibbs leading the single lap speed, but again, the focus has been now on the long run.
Yeah, there'll be a couple, but not all.
The thing I'm noticing now is
Red Fanatic, good to see you, man. How's Suarez?
This racetrack being so different between turns.
12th fastest right now. 12th fastest for Suarez.
3 and 4. The fact that
right here
lane may start to be
33.24.
Starts to be significant. You heard in my last report, he mentioned a tight race car after about 25 laps. Well, now they start to move them up the hill. He said it solved it just a little bit. But again,
it's like you were working the remote on the display. No, this is for my fan. I got a fan with a light that's right here.
Chris, listening to your report on that triggered what I've been hearing on Chris Buescher's radio. You talked about adjusting to the middle groove of the racetrack.
Yeah, I know, man. And he might not be in NASCAR Cup Series next year. I think he goes to the 9, actually, Negative Squirrel. I really think he's going to Xfinity Series.
It's as quick as he wants to, but Chris, to your point, once he moved up a groove on the racetrack, just like they were talking about with Ty Gibbs, they found some speed in that car, and that's what these practice sessions are about, finding the fast way around the racetrack, and I think Buescher wants a little bit more, but moving up a lane, just like Chris described with Ty Gibbs, seems to be working for Chris Buescher as well.
Chris Buescher's last lap was 34.127 seconds. To put that in,
we'll be on at 6 o'clock, y'all. 6 o'clock for pre-race ceremonies for the Xfinity Series.
Brad, one of the fastest laps out there. Later, he's gone. So
I know, man. Came close to winning too. Red Fanatic.
Brad Keselowski, Roush Fenway Keselowski. They're in the same ballpark as far as lap times go, and you would think, along with their other car, Ryan Preece, that
one more to 35,050. Help us out, y'all, with those likes and subscribing. And we're 27 away from 100.
3 top 10s in the last 4 races of the
Always count on Junior.
Remember, it was this time 1 year ago.
6 p.m. Central, yes. Race starts at 6:30.
2 of the playoffs, which last year was at Watkins Glen International. And
all right, sounds good, Mark.
Moved Shane Van Gisbergen to do it and walked away with the win.
You gotta think inside the walls of the RFK's race shop. With the 3 cars they had and the uptick at the end of last year's performance as the red and black flags go in the air, practice is wrapping up here for group number 1. You got to think it was just an absolute gut punch to not even have a single RFK car in the playoffs.
Check in with Chris.
And Mike, as the red and black flags are out for the end of this first session of practice,
end of
that the teams now
group 1 here.
At least many of them, including Ty Gibbs, is the hot pit road entry here at World Wide Technology Raceway Gateway. It's tricky pit road.
And subscribed since last year when I couldn't watch this one race anywhere. Awesome, man. Let's go.
Point, which is turn 3.
Happy year anniversary.
Start until off at turn number 4 in the commitment line. So talking into Ty Gibbs, the crew was letting him know about maybe some delta points or areas that he can maintain and gain speed through the corner of number 3 and 4 before hitting the 40 miles an hour on the exit at turn number 4. So that's one thing that's unique about here. And then on the exit, same thing. You got to use the access road all the way to the exit at turn 2, but you can make time there if you can. So it'll be something to watch here if any other drivers of Group 2 opt to do that.
Group 1 is done. Ty Gibbs, fastest overall. Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer. The fast 5 in the first group. Group 2 on the way.
All right, Group 2 coming up here in just a second. We appreciate the ones being here. Thanks so much for hitting that like for us. We're almost to 100 likes. We appreciate y'all hanging out here on the go at CeeLo as we continue our coverage of the NASCAR Cup Series. Practice and qualifying on Saturdays or Fridays sometimes. But we'll be bringing that to you next Friday because it'll be at Bristol next Friday and Saturday night. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the schedule for next weekend. Now, next Saturday will not have the race because I plan to be at Bristol at the race. So if you're going to be at Bristol, let me know. Maybe we can catch up and say hi. I'd love to meet some folks out there and have a good time. So thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate all the love here today. And we'll see. Let's take a look at the lap averages here now. Let's take a look at the lap averages for the Group 1 practice. Brad Keselowski, fastest overall lap average with a 33.52. Zane Smith and Michael McDowell. There's your 5-lap average. Ty Gibbs, Carson Hocevar, Michael McDowell. Here is your 10-lap average. Bad Brad back out there again with that 10-lap average. Brad Keselowski, Ty Gibbs, and Michael McDowell. And then here's Michael McDowell there again on the 15th lap average. So looking for the Spire cars to be strong here. Ty Gibbs and then Zane Smith on that 38 Ford. And then you got Michael McDowell, Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson in that 20th lap average. Your 25th lap average is Ty Gibbs. Ryan Preece ends up in the top 3. Noah Gragson as well. And then your 30 lap average, Ryan Preece. So look at Ryan Preece and these RFK cars to be pretty good on a long run if we do have a long run coming up here tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. But Ryan Preece, Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson are your top 3 on the 30-lap average. So let's go back to practice and we'll refresh because Bronny taught me that if you look at the lap averages, you have to refresh the timer again. So thank you, Bronny, for that good advice, as always, hanging out with us. We appreciate everybody being here. We thank so much. We're going now to Group 2. And have they put the drivers in yet? No, they have not. So as soon as they do, we'll show you who is. Most of them will be playoff drivers. But until then, we'll just hang out here. Hope you guys are ready to have a good time. Happy weekend. Hope your weekend is going good. We had a good weekend. Last weekend, we went over 35,000 subscribers. So make sure you're here tomorrow because we'll be giving away 5 giveaways tomorrow for our 35,000 subscriber. So 5 on that. So hope you're ready to have some fun with us tomorrow. We're doing flag to flag coverage of the Enjoy Illinois 300 from the Worldwide Gateway Raceway Worldwide Technology. I said it again. Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway this weekend. Next week is Bristol, baby. The last great Coliseum. It's going to be interesting. Be the first race of the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs and the cutoff for the NASCAR Cup Series. 4 drivers are going home next week. So should be interesting to see who gets knocked out. Where's Chase Elliott? He's in Group 2. Group 2 coming up. As there's Rowdy in that black car. Last time he won here was in a black car. It's his very last time he ever won a race here. Here's Christopher Bell. All these cars you see on the screen here are the current paint schemes for the week. We bring you those two. We also give you a paint scheme and race weekend preview as well. So you guys know the paint schemes for every week. We kind of give you some information too as well. Hayden says, hell of a hangover this morning. Party a little too hard on a Saturday night. Did you, Hayden? Happy Sunday morning to you overseas. Our Aussie friends coming in to check out where SVG looks. SVG needs a great run here this weekend. He is on the bubble above the cut line right now, but he needs a great showing here at the World Wide Technology Raceway. He's never raced here before, so this should be interesting to see what happens if SVG. So we got a couple in there right now. They're putting into some of them right now, but there it is. Thanks for the subscribe, Edward, and the $5 super chat from Ricky, and Billy subscribed 22 minutes ago. Thank you, Billy. If I missed that one, I do apologize. We appreciate all of that here today. Hair of the dog, my guy. I suppose the Vols won today. They were up big when I came upstairs. We were watching a little bit before I on air. So pickle juice fix you up, Danny says. So just waiting on the other cars to be added here, and we'll be in Group 2. 41-0. Wow, man. Old Joey Algalier, man. We'll see how he is next week. We'll see how they are next week, Jake. Well, I'll tell you then how good we are or not. Happy Father's Day to my fellow New Zealanders. Oh, it's Father's Day over there. Well, happy Father's Day. Good to let me know that. So I'll wish happy Father's Day late or tonight as well. UJ just 14-3 at the half. What the heck's wrong with Georgia? Oh my goodness. We also have a ticker up there we've added to our Saturday and Sundays, because I know a lot of people love college football and NFL football. First, this is the first week of the NFL season. So we'll have the scrolling ticker up there for you as well, plus the baseball playoff. Baseball's getting toward their end of their season. So you got a lot of games that are important, trying to get those guys in the playoffs and the rank and the divisions and the wild cards and all that stuff. So we have the ticker up there at the very top so you guys can follow your teams while you watch the races with us, because I know you love some racing around here, but you also care about your racing too. So, all right, let's see. Get it back here. Wrong one.
Little debrief second. John Hunter, little debrief there with Travis. What you learn about your race car?
We got a little bit of work to do, but I feel like our Pi Barker Toyota Camry XSE is pretty decent right now. So we'll see. I felt like our long run speed was okay.
Oh, and a weather delay.
Short run speed, so back to the drawing board a little bit. Fighting a couple of different balance issues. So trying to figure out which one is the most important to try and fix here, and try and get more speed out of our race car.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's always a challenge when you have multiple issues just trying to figure out. That's John Hunter Nemechek. They're going back to work on it. They'll also watch Eric Jones, their teammate in the Family Dollar colors. He's going on the racetrack, so we'll see how that applies to what John Hunter and Travis Mack learned during this second group.
12 likes to go to 100, y'all. 12 likes to 100. Help us out, y'all, with those likes.
Momentarily from World Wide Technology Raceway.
All right, so let's listen in, see anybody talking on the playoff scan, because we got a lot of drivers about to come on the field. They already got a couple in there now. We got SVG, Christopher Bell, and Bubba Wallace. They still got to put some other ones in here, so. But we're just waiting. Got about 25-minute break between Group 1 and Group 2, and then there'll be another 25-minute break before qualifying, and then we'll have the qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series Enjoy Illinois 300 from the World Wide Technology Raceway at the Gateway. Right.
In Illinois.
All right, Bubba, Miss Tom says. There you go, Bubba. So we'll see how these playoff drivers do here in this second thing here. So practice 1, then practice 2, and then we'll have qualifying. And then after that, we will bring you the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at 6 p.m. Central. Is that 6 up there? What the? Yeah, Bad Brad and P2, James. Bad Brad and P2. Looking, see what he can do. Bad Brad. I keep the 6 in there for you, buddy. I keep the 6. I know there's a number 1 Bad Brad fan that watches us. James, old James, man.
Allmendinger, also Aaron Jones, Josh Berry, Alex Bowman, Shane Van Gisbergen, Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, and Joey Logano.
Along with William Byron, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney. You got Kyle Larson, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, and Chase Briscoe. All the playoff drivers.
Are you the man, James? Thanks for the support, buddy.
With those other two, and Allmendinger and Jones, that are non-playoff drivers. This is going to be an interesting session here, Mike, because the track is now worked in after 25 minutes of practice from Group 1, in which Ty Gibbs was the best. Find out right now, I think, what the benchmark is going to be.
You know, Alex, when sitting here in the tower, we're looking over this racetrack. This racetrack has been on the NASCAR landscape for a while.
There we go.
Then it went away.
Here's your Group 2 drivers.
When this track first came online, it was home to NASCAR Craftsman Truck and NASCAR Busch Series racing back in the day. It's involved with those series. It went away after Dover Motorsports Group liquidated this facility, and it's come back to life when Curtis Francois and company purchased this racetrack. They've revived it. This was a lot of disappointment for fans in this area when this track went dormant for a while, but now it's come back to life. This is a destination for a Midwestern race fan.
Yeah, and they have turned out here in this practice and qualifying section. Grandstands got.
What's good, Vegas? Good to see you, buddy.
Arguably the best midway on the entire NASCAR circuit.
No doubt.
It is packed with folks down there right now as well. But yeah, and to your point with the history of this place, the first NASCAR event at this facility was on July 26th in 1997. Incidentally, my first year with the network. A NASCAR Xfinity Series race. It was won by, do you know?
Am I Harvick?
Elliott Sadler.
Elliott Sadler.
You know how I know? Okay, thank you for jogging my memory. That day was hotter than the hopes of Hades.
Yeah.
Dakota?
And the track was coming up. Elliott Sadler won that race. I was over in Topeka because the next day the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series raced the Look 175, if I'm not mistaken.
See if these drivers get back to the top here.
Like when we say hot, the temperature was in like 115, 120, and that's not heated.
Still not fast.
It's a roaster of a day that day.
Yeah, I was not here. I was in Heartland Park, Topeka myself for that one. And by the way, the first Craftsman Truck Series race was a year later, September 19th in 1998. And the High Plains Drifter got the win.
Let's get 100 likes. We're almost there. 7 more to go.
Is the NASCAR Cup Series.
Group 2 cars on the racetrack right now as everybody's just trying to see what their car has, see how the tires react, and see what they have for the
Larson the fastest right now.
But with the 160 lap race tomorrow, the 240 lap race tomorrow,
Larson the fastest right now.
We mentioned Chase Briscoe with his win in the Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington a week ago. He's already moved on to the next round of the playoffs. So
Playoffs?
if you're thinking they're coming out here just to kind of coast, think again. Think about it this way. They want to go out and dominate this thing. They want to win both stages. They want to win the race to prevent the competition from getting a leg up and giving them an extra week of prep as well. So that's
Chase Briscoe picking up where he left off.
Race hard for with these Group 2 drivers.
Go Larson, Daniel says. Larson.
Briscoe, who is part of the Group 2 drivers out.
So on the racetrack right now,
Oh,
we've got
Kyle Larson back up there. Boom, just like that.
Fastest of these drivers so far.
Larson up there at the top.
Denny Hamlin second quickest. Chase Elliott
Just like that.
As the clock is rolling, 22 minutes and 20.
Where's my Larson fans?
World Wide Technology Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network.
All right, so Group 2 practice, 22 minutes to go here. And Larson is now up there in P2. P2 for Larson, and then the next fastest car in Group 2 is Chase Briscoe. Then everybody else is just kind of setting in their way here to see if they can move up. This track has a lot of rubber on it, so we'll see if they can get any traction here. But SVG, 35th overall. Not good for the Aussie from down under there. That 88 Chevrolet. His first time ever riding a lap on this track. Other than if he has probably that they even can't practice, right? They're not allowed to practice on the other off times. So this is very weird for SVG, his first couple times around this track. But right now, Ty Gibbs still the fastest from Group 1. 99 likes. Thank you guys. Hit that like for us. Trying to get to 100. SV's Kiwi. I'm sorry. Kiwi. Do apologize about that. That's my bad. Thank you, Hayden, for letting me know, to correcting me on that one. I apologize about that. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here for SVG. This is going to be a true test here of this race right here to get him in the playoffs. But Larson, they're still in second. Come on now, Aussie SVG. Come on now, Aussie SVG. Welcome here. Everybody's welcome. Yes, SVG is a Kiwi, but he's talking about the Aussie fans who follow SVG. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
That horrendous weekend that Hendrick Motorsports had a weekend ago in Darlington.
Yeah, and you're right. It wasn't just.
Keep in that subscribe, y'all. 35,051. Help us out trying to get to 35,060.
Ranking Hendrick Motorsports official in the garage earlier today, and he said this was a very difficult week, and there was a lot of blown faces.
Let's go, Giz. Jared, good to see you, man.
To debrief Darlington, but also look ahead now to World Wide Technology Raceway. And maybe a stern conversation or two was held along the way, understanding that the performance as an organization that they put on in Darlington, it was unacceptable for Hendrick Motorsports, knowing that this
Like the like.
track has not yielded the best.
Come on, one more like. One more like. Let's go.
They have to get up and get things going.
What up, Brado?
And at least here in practice, Kyle Larson's doing that. He's the best of these Group 2 drivers.
1.25 miles around.
The highest Hendrick finishing car in Darlington was Chase Elliott in 17.
Larson in the pits now.
Alex Bowman was the lowest. They had a lot of problems on pit.
Boom, just like that. Thank you guys so much.
It was just an out of character day for Hendrick, because when you think of playoffs, you think of their success.
Playoffs?
Successes in the playoffs. Think of those cars going to be top 5, top 10 all day, and that was not.
How many times do you think Bowman's crew practiced this weekend?
Discussions and meetings that were had.
Look at Billy B. Bowman right here. And then Eric Jones, the only one that's not a non-playoff driver.
Because if not, then you got to go all in and try to improve performance next weekend at Bristol.
Yeah, and go back to Alex Bowman's bad pit stop where they had an air gun malfunction. The teams by rule, every pit cart can have one extra.
That was the worst pit stop I've ever seen before in my life. Kelly says SVG has had a very successful career, and now he's finally getting paid the biggest check ever for racing.
The Hendrick Motorsports team of
Oh, Allmendinger, yeah, Allmendinger's out there too. Thank you for that, Bronny.
Just wasn't hooked up to anything, and it was
Allmendinger and that Jones boy are the only ones out there.
From Hendrick earlier today, they said, believe me, that will never happen again, ever. And if it does, there may be a person or two looking for new jobs, including that person I was talking to. And
yeah.
I'll keep that person anonymous, but
that was a bad pit stop in front of the world, man. First time I saw Larson drive was in Wayne County Speedway in Orrville, Ohio. Also, Tony Stewart was there that night for Ohio Sprint Car Week, maybe 2013. Awesome, Philip.
And mistakes on pit road and things of that nature, it was a bit of a head scratcher.
Oh, right now, Hendrick Motorsports second overall on the leaderboard. Kyle Larson.
Right, he's a non-playoff driver. He's just in this group too with the playoff drivers.
So far, so good for Kyle as far as the fire-off speed, but this car hit a cliff in a hurry and quickly went to the tight sides around this racetrack. So Kyle Larson and Quick Daniels opted to come down and make a change.
Larson, and then there's nobody else in the top 10.
Especially going.
No one else can get inside that top 10.
And then finish out this session is Kyle Larson, now also on pit road. And
you got 17 minutes here in practice. 17 minutes.
Coming into World Wide Technology Raceway and Gateway. Well, it's nice if you can hear your crew, and Chase Briscoe was having trouble doing that. So they had some radio communication issues. They came down, they've addressed that. Now they're going to make an adjustment on that Bass Pro Shops Toyota. So a couple of.
Man, Ole Miss, Kentucky.
Road for some adjustments.
As an Aussie, we like to claim anyone who does good for New Zealand as our own. Don't hate on me. That's just the way it is. Hey, Daryl, that's all good, man.
That they got going on. So his practice interrupted briefly there to get him back out there. Here in Group 2, Kyle Larson is the fastest. Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, no hate here, man. You guys are awesome.
In the Group 2 section right now. That is second overall by Larson.
Daryl, did you like hanging out on Broadway the other night?
The track.
Daryl enjoyed that country music on Broadway after the stream the other night.
However, get a better read on what the race conditions are going to be like.
Tyler Reddick right now is 22nd on the leaderboard. Steve Post, what's the story?
Oh, we let him score. Boo.
Last weekend.
Well, he's 22nd on the leaderboard, and
Blaney
there's
in 12th, the second fastest car.
Let's try this again. Check.
1997.
On the leaderboard.
It's crazy, Cole.
And that is on the basis of early speed. First lap, second lap, third lap, as you guys have talked about. They feel pretty good over the long run. The car was just a little bit loose. He ran 8 laps. And crew chief Billy Scott said you can run a little bit more if you want. Tyler says, yeah, I want 2 or 3 more laps. And the coach stepped out on him and he said,
It was.
I'm going to bring the car right down now. It has just gotten a little free. So this has been a good racetrack. He finished 4th here last week. You mentioned that, or last year. You mentioned that second place run.
Where's Chase?
And I don't know in turn number 2 and lap number 1 as that car was sideways.
Chase Briscoe is 13th. Chase Elliott is 16th. Remember, we got 2 chases in the playoffs here. Carson's driving Billy around other cars, makes Bubba look like a magic driver. Sack.
And send him now back out onto the speedway. So we'll see what happens with Tyler Reddick, how these adjustments, how they fare, and get that car back out on the racetrack and see if it is a little bit better. And they're looking for that long run speed.
As Posey alluded to, Alex, Tyler is 4th on the leaderboard. He is 35 points above the cut line. And he is only about 8 points tied.
I watch YouTube channel that's an Aussie Magnet Fisher.
And it's a hit scratcher that he has yet to get back to victory.
Ross Chastain.
After picking up 3 wins in the NASCAR Cup Series a year ago.
Love that Busch Light Chevrolet Trackhouse.
Great start to their playoffs last week, as Postman just alluded to come back here to a racetrack where he had a solid 4th place run a year ago. Tyler Reddick and that Toyota team looking to give Toyota
House breaking a pup. Good luck with that.
NASCAR Cup Series win here this weekend. Toyota, doesn't seem like all that long ago. Toyota just came onto the scene in the world of NASCAR racing, and now they're looking for win number 200.
Thank you, J Wag. J Wag, thanks so much.
In the 10-race run to the end of the season, that is the playoffs. There are races that
appreciate that sub.
Are the thorns in the side of playoff drivers, and it used to be Kansas Speedway. When we would go to Kansas in early October, that would be the one that would take a toll on playoff drivers. Well, last week, Darlington stepped up and became that team when that track, I should say, with half of the playoff drivers having a problem of one sort or another. There's a lot of head scratching wondering what this one is going to bring tomorrow because of all the unknowns.
Logano, where is Logano?
He's never been in the playoffs before.
Is he even out there? There he is, 23rd.
This track bring these playoff drivers
23rd with a 33.33.
What happened will affect things going into the first elimination race the following weekend at Bristol.
And think of it this way as well. If you look back to last year's race, limited pit stops in that race. 300 miles here is not all that far. So you don't have as many pit stops as you did like a week ago in the Southern 500. They may pit 4 times, maybe 5, depending on how many caution flags fly. We don't know that. But you just don't have that many opportunities to put on fresher tires or adjust the handling of your car if it's just off. And with this racetrack being as unique as it is, very tight down in turns 1 and 2 compared to turns 3 and 4. Plus turns 1 and 2 is banked a little bit more at 11 degrees. Turns 3 and 4 just 9 degrees. If your car is
it's weird, man. Center Hill, hold on one second. Let me see what's up. Thank you, Diana, for subscribing too as well. Diana, thank you. Mods, did we time out Center Hill by accident? Because he can't talk. I don't see it.
The drivers are fatigued at the end of this race. However, maybe not as much tomorrow due to the weather, but due to all that physical activity. The drivers are very busy inside the cockpits of these race cars.
They are, and that is something that is quite a challenge. But when you think about it like that,
I don't see his name being timed out, so.
Well, in the cockpit of a race car, think about road racing. You might think about like a Shane Van Gisbergen. We talked about it a moment ago. Shane has never been to this facility before. Right now, in single lap speeds, he is 33rd on the leaderboard as Shane Van Gisbergen. And when you have to downshift and brake hard and downshift and upshift,
that's weird.
You would think Shane Van Gisbergen would have adapted quite well to this.
Trying to see when he did that.
This maybe he will come race time. But right now, Shane Van Gisbergen is having his struggles, and he's a driver just 3 points to the good.
Let me see where that's at.
It was a bad Darlington weekend for SVG. where he only scored 5 points at Darlington Raceway, which is his worst points performance in the last 18 races, dating back to the spring race at Bristol, which incidentally is the wrap-up race of this opening round of the playoffs.
He's going to have a
Playoffs.
today and also next weekend. We know about his prowess on road courses. Ovals have been a priority for him as he continues to.
I don't see it, Philip. I mean, Center Hill Cards. I'm not sure what happened, but hopefully it'll reset here soon.
Here, 11 minutes to go in this practice session for Group 2 cars. We are starting to see some trends in the 5, the 10, and the 15 lap average. But Alex, the one that just caught my attention is the driver now that's bubbled up to the surface. That's the number 1 car that's fastest on the 15 lap average.
And that is Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney, who was going to win here last year, but ran out of gas. Remember, Ryan Blaney ran out of gas, and that's how Austin Cindric won.
Seems like the
Remember that?
On there for Blaney, the longer he goes now, 23, now 24.
If Larson was first, how can he drop to second since Gibbs is not on the track? He never was first. He was first in second group practice, but he's never been first.
Points to the good after finishing.
Yeah, Center Hill Cards, exit out of YouTube and come back in. I'm not sure.
If there's something to be said about that, Mike, there's a lot of drivers who aren't terribly comfortable right now who are playoff competitors.
I'm just looking.
Playoffs. We got about 9 minutes to go here in qualifying. Keep that hat backwards, Danny says.
On the racetrack, all of a sudden, Alex, this track has widened out. You've got a handful of drivers that are hugging the curving down at the bottom of the racetrack, that candy cane colored curving. But you've also got drivers that are.
Could you scroll? Yeah, sure.
Watching Josh Berry, watching Eric Jones, Denny Hamlin's doing it, William Byron. You've also got Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson. They are stepping wider in turns 1 and 2, and even some are stepping wider in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Joey Logano's got his bright green Ford this weekend with Hunt Brothers Pete's on it. In turns 3 and 4, he was 3 lanes up the racetrack. The track is really beginning to darken up with that black Goodyear tire rubber, and it's all the way a good car width off of the outside wall through turns 3 and 4. You got to keep the momentum wound up. This is such a momentum racetrack. Hence the downshifting that you do at both.
122 likes. Keep it up going, y'all. Help us out.
Because
trying to get to 200 likes here on this qualifying stream. 8 minutes to go in practice.
Well, to be able to make speed on the straightaways. So you try to make the turn as straight as possible. I know that sounds kind of funky, and you might give me the stink eye when you hear that, but the fact of the matter is the wider you go on the track, the less you turn of the steering wheel. So
oh, there you are. You're back. You're back. Here we go. Yeah, you're back.
You can let it.
He's back.
Freely through the
all right, cool. I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
Keep it wound up. Keep the momentum going.
Watching William Byron doing just as that.
8 minutes to go here.
And front straightaway and lets the car slide wide. Basically lets the car do all the work midway through the corner.
We still have not had a Group 2 driver other than Larson in the top 10. This is 2 weeks in a row.
What's the update?
Yes, you have found your center. Torback.
Flooding the new racetrack.
Chase Elliott currently 16th fastest. Let me see those 9s. How about my Chase fans? I see you, Chase.
And listen to the spotter.
I see you.
Richie Stephen Dorn.
I see you, Chase.
One car's running higher. One car's doing lower. One car's dominating the corner.
See those 9s. I see you, Chase.
When you look at this project, and we take the shape before going into the playoff, this is not a come out here to work.
I see you.
Right, win the pole position and go forward. This is a how do we
Blaney, the second fastest car other than Larson in this group, and then Chase, and then Denny.
Tomorrow, so that by the end of it, we're in decent position to salvage a good day. And
now Briscoe's moved up there, actually.
Try this lane. They just encourage them to go up even a little higher.
The Chases have moved up.
And just to find the feelings looking for, don't worry about the race car, but they've got to get their driver acclimated to this.
SVG 33rd fastest.
This racetrack.
And this is not good either. Look at this Rowdy. 32nd.
The experience here, not only the Cup Series, but Xfinity, Truck Series, ARCA, and SVG is out here learning on the fly and stuff. What do you got about 30 laps total on this racetrack at this point?
The 9 will be okay. Other 15-player drivers wreck.
Believe me, they have their benefits, or they wouldn't be doing it.
But there is nothing.
I see Pac-Man chasing while I get a high score again.
And turning laps and seeing the shift points, see the break points, figure things out. The way the sun reflects off of the catch fence might mess with your.
Go ahead and subscribe, y'all. 35,053, trying to get to 35,060. Hit that like as well, trying to get to 200 likes.
That the simulation, which is great, you just don't get that true sense.
5:51 left in this second group.
You can't feel the G-forces, and you can't feel that ambient element that is totally different. Simulation is one thing, and practical application is something totally different. Let's get an update on William.
Don't see any 48 love. Where's Gator Chop? He'll give me some love.
Being here about the 24th position, but what he does like.
Alex Bowman, 25th fastest. Below the cut line. Let me see my 48s. Where's Gator Chomp? He's probably watching the Gators right now.
He wants. And part of that is because William has found a really interesting diamond line, entering really high in turn number 3 and then kind of cutting down the racetrack and getting his Chevrolet to be pointed straight off the corner. He said, I need a little bit more turn, though, so they're going to maybe make an adjustment before the end of this practice session, although with just about 5.5 minutes to go, they may be out of time for that. But William in a comfortable zone here, which is much the liking of the team.
T. Lee! Gregor dropped those 88.
Starlington for the entire HMS crew. Spoke to Rudy Fugel. He said, boy, we had to come to Jesus meeting just a little bit.
Don't you hate that crazy?
They were not happy, and they were visibly and emotionally just spent after that race. And they came together and said, we got to execute. That starts this weekend, and they have to really start
T. Lee, my man.
If they're going to be a contender from here on out. And so hopefully here at the end of this practice session, they get a little bit better in the window for the Chevrolet. But again, the long run speed is where they're focusing on. They feel like William Byron's starting to get happy with this race car.
William Byron in Hendrick Motorsports.
Still Larson.
In the corners.
Back on the track. See if he can get to the first of top speed here.
Diamond is. But how do you do that in a race car? So you come off the end of the straightaway, and the traditional line that a car will take is you'll turn the wheel, and you'll turn it to the bottom of the racetrack, or whatever lane you choose, and you'll keep that lane all the way through the corner, and all the way.
126 of us. Keep on hitting that like for us, please.
See into the straightaway, and as you make your way into the corner, instead of steering all the way through to make it
3:47 left in this Group 2 practice.
Up to the center of the corner.
Group 2 practice, 3:47 to go.
Drive the car straight off. By driving the car straight off onto the straightaway, in theory, that should build more speed. Think about the letter U is round all the way at the bottom. The letter V comes to
second place to last place is all running 33-second laps. Yeah, Rebel Soul.
You should work the radio. I mentioned that.
Everybody.
The tricks, things, you have 25 minutes. If your car's handling well, you don't have to worry about figuring out handling of your race car. You can
33.849 for Austin Dillon.
Figure out different techniques that you can do to try to make better lap
and a 33.276 for Ty Gibbs. There's your difference between first and 38th. Close.
Bubba Wallace is rolling right now on this racetrack.
Bubba Wallace.
Elliott just let him go, and
Wallace a 33.289, 19th fastest.
Car is bad by any means, but Bubba Wallace has got a stud of a race car right now. Made that move, leading Chase Elliott in the dust, and Bubba Wallace has, I would say, Alex, put about a second and a half of separation just in 1 lap and a half between himself and the driver of the Napa number 9. That lap for Bubba Wallace, 33.914 seconds around. Chase Elliott's lap, 35.397. To your point, wow. There's quite the speed difference. Now, we'll keep a close eye on Chase Elliott's car and see what his lap time is this time. Did Chase slip in the corner trying something different? Is he out there with an ill-handling car? Much better.
Austin Dillon.
Chase Elliott at 33.97. 2 minutes and 10
SVG is a household name this year. Next year, he'll be a champion, Paul says. We'll see, man.
300. Once they get buttoned up, it's directly into qualifying for said race for tomorrow. Everybody gets a lap. And then, Alex, once that exercise is done, we set ourselves up for a dandy tonight, the regular season finale for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Yeah, we do, as we get set for that race here later on this evening. You know, the Xfinity Series putting on their last race of the regular season.
And there's still playoff spots up for grabs out there. Some drivers have the opportunity to clinch on points depending on how they do in the stage. But the fact of the matter is there's I guess you could call it a family feud for the last position in, unless somebody from below that cut line jumps up and wins the race.
And that family feud involves Burtons, the cousin Burtons. Harrison is above the cut.
132 likes. Let's go to 200, y'all. 200 likes.
Harrison will try to race his way into the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs tonight, but Jim would love to take that.
50 seconds to go here, and we're going to have qualifying.
Would. And again, that will be later on tonight. You can hear that broadcast 7 o'clock Eastern time later on this evening here from World Wide Technology Raceway. We are down to the final 50 seconds now of practice for the NASCAR Cup Series. And tomorrow,
I'm talking about practice.
Todd Gibbs is still the fastest overall in single lap speeds. He got that back in Group 1. Kyle Larson here in Group 2, second quick in single lap speeds. Then it's Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer, Michael McDowell, Zane Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the 10 fastest in single lap speeds.
Got some drivers that are just trying to milk this session for all they can. Chase Elliott just put in his 40.
Thank you, Julio. Appreciate you. Thanks so much, Julio.
So did Ryan Blaney. Joey Logano and Ty Gibbs have put 40 laps in.
Dobie?
While on the other side, you've got Ty.
I don't know. You tell me.
17.
Hi, Dobie. Welcome in.
I think for an interesting dynamic, come qualify.
I love how people just come in here and say whatever they want.
His car, maybe he didn't want to turn.
What do you think it is, Dobie?
The tank, maybe he wanted a different setup on the race car.
Silo's the best.
To get
Thank you, T-Lee.
Here. His practice is over.
Everybody say hi to Dobie Duke.
In the air from the starter.
Hi, Dobie Duke. Welcome into the stream, Dobie Duke. We appreciate you being here. What you're watching is NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying for the Enjoy Illinois 300. We give you live commentary and reaction, like it says in the title, and have a good time with us in the chat. We appreciate you being here, old Dobie. We appreciate you hanging out. Becky says you do a great job. Thank you, Becky. I appreciate that. Now YouTube is tossing silent ads at the chats. Yes, it brings it up from the bottom. I've seen that happen too as well. Trenton says, hi, CeeLo. My granny passed away. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Trenton. Prayers to you, buddy. All right, so let's go through the lineup here. This is the fastest, and then we'll decide who we think is going to get in the poll. Ty Gibbs was the fastest. Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer, Michael McDowell, Zane Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Noah Gragson. Those 11 cars except Larson was in Group 1. Then you have Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe were in Group 2. Then Riley Herbst in Group 1. Daniel Suarez in Group 1. Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace in Group 2 from 16th to 19th. And then Cody Ware was in Group 1 and 20th. Josh Berry, Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, Willie B., Alex Bowman, Eric Jones, Austin Cindric were in Group 2 to 27th. Then Justin Haley, Chris Buescher were in Group 1. Ryan Preece was in Group 1. Chastain was in Group 2 in 31st. Kyle Busch, not looking good. He's not happy with his cars in 32nd. SVG, his first time running any laps on this track, and he's 33rd fastest. 34th, Ty Dillon. 35th, AJ Allmendinger. And Austin Dillon, the last place. He needs to be a little faster as he's below the cut line right now for the playoffs next week if he doesn't make it. So there is that. Let's take a look at your lap averages now. Lap averages. Let's take a look at that here. Let's see here. No, never heard of CeeLo Spain are funny, good folks. He does a great job. Thank you so much, Regine. We appreciate you. Everybody's saying hi to Dobie Duke in here. Everybody's saying hi to Dobie Duke. Well, hopefully Dobie Duke will stick around and have a good time with us. But Scott, hi you all from PA. Good to see you, Scott. What part of PA are you from, Scott? I have good friends in Philly and Pottstown. Hope you're having a good time today. Here's your overall lap averages. You got Brad Keselowski, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, and then your 5-lap average, Ty Gibbs, Carson Hocevar, Michael McDowell. 10-lap average, Brad Keselowski, Ty Gibbs, Michael McDowell. So none of the playoff drivers touched these fastest things. Oh, Ryan Blaney did. Ryan Blaney, 15-lap average, so look for him on a long run. Michael McDowell, Ty Gibbs, and then there is Brian Blaney, Chase Elliott, Willie B. There's some playoff drivers there in the 20 lap average. The Hendrick Motorsports cars showing some speed. And then look at Willie B, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney in the 25, and then 30, the same. Willie B, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney. So look for a long run by these Hendrick Motorsports cars. Good possibility to have a good run on these long runs. So who won this race last year? It was Austin Cindric. If you guys remember, they ended up Ryan Blaney ran out of gas on the very last lap. Remember now, the playoffs, this race wasn't in the playoffs last year. Last year it was in June, middle of the summer. So it's a little different. Gonna be a little cooler here. So it might be a little different on little things going here and there. But we are now in qualifying. Qualifying. Let me bring this up here. It hasn't really move this here. But thank you guys for hanging with us. We appreciate you doing this today here. And coming up next is the New Way 200 at Gateway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So looking forward to that. Group B off because we're all together. Subscribers and they're talking about SVG there. Let's see right here.
In Illinois, it's easy.
Nobody else. All right. So thank you guys for hitting us, trying to get that 200 like mark. We're 59 away from 200. We're in qualifying for group one, or both groups here. And let's see in the chat, now that you've seen both practices and the lap times, who do you think is going to get the pole? I think it's going to be a Penske car, and I'm going to go Joey Logano. I know he didn't really show much speed. You know what? I'm going to scratch that. I'm going to go Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney for the pole. Ryan Blaney gets the pole. That's my opinion. Even though I know who I have picked to win. I'm going with a Ford driver, Ryan Blaney. Kelly's going the 54. Randy's going the Blaney. Probably Lawson for Danny. 54 for C. Brown. The John Collins is going Ryan Blaney as well. Dub's going to 5 for the pole. Joey for Jamie. There's Bad Brad getting interviewed as well. Anybody else? The 48 Bowman, the showman, makes a shocking qualifying and gets the pole. He says. Let's see here. The 54, the 12 for John. Willie B for Joseph. The 12 car. Florida State won 77-3. That's crazy, Trenton. The 2, Austin Cindric for Brawny. The 22 for Becky. Gregor's going Ryan Blaney as well. Steve's going Logano. Lots of Penske here. Regine's got Blaney. For me, I don't know. Wow, Sano Kid not going with your boy. Ricky's got the 19. Hey, that's what he does, right? He does the pole. That's what Brasco knows how to do. Butterfly going with Denny for the pole. Jake 6 restart if Brado is still here. Oh, they're trying to start again. 144 likes. Penn State and Pitt 1. Awesome. Good deal. I'm glad we have the little ticker up there. You guys like sports. But Christopher Bell, big way. As long as he stays away from the 77, I think he'll be all right. Phillips going Larson here. And Black Horse, Kelly's going McDowell for the ball. Okay. Ask me after qualifying's over. Okay, I will. You're like Polish Racer, whoever crosses the finish line first. Sky Allen's got Ty Gibbs. Kelly says Aspire car is going to get the pole. McDowell on the pole for T-Van. All right, 19, but want the 5. Bell on the pole for Big Wade. Paulie, Larson, Logano for Lori. The WM says the 24 for the pole. So that should be interesting. All right, let me refresh here and see if we got anything up here yet. Anybody else? Larson, Logano for Lori and 24. Okay, got that. Okay, there we go. Qualifying. There we go. All right. There's that. All right, thank you guys. Alex Bowman might hit the pole, Kirk says. He's going to do something considering last week's debacle in the pits, man. That was pretty bad. Got to do something. All right, there's that. All right, 313 of us here. Keep on hitting that subscribe. Keep hitting that like. We're trying to get to 35,060. If you haven't, the 6. James Moore going with his boy, the 6. Anybody else? Anybody else? Last chance to get your picks in for the pit, for the poll, for the Enjoy Illinois 300 from the World Wide Technology Raceway at the Gateway. I want Blaney for the poll, but I'm picking Briscoe. And scroll, please. Yeah, I'll do it. Here's your qualifying order. Cody Ware, Ty Dillon, Michael McDowell, Riley Herbst, Ricky Stenhouse, Justin Haley, Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer, Daniel Suarez, Ty Gibbs, Noah Graxton, Zane Smith, Brad Kozlowski, Ryan Priest, Carson Hocevar, Chris Busher, Kyle Busch, John Hunter Nemechek, AJ Allmendinger, Eric Jones, Josh Berry, Alex Bowman, SVG 23rd. 24th is going to be Austin Dillon. 25th, or the 24th is Christopher Bell. 25th is Austin Dillon. 26th is Joey Logano. 27th is Willie B. 28th, Chase Elliott. 29th, Ryan Blaney. 30th, Kyle Larson. 31st is Austin Cindric. 32nd is Ross Chastain. 33rd, Bubba Wallace. 34th is Denny Hamlin. Tyler Reddick in 35th. And Chase Briscoe will run off last to see who gets the pole here. All right, we'll see who picks it here. We'll see what happens. You want Larson for the poll? Okay. Let's see who hosts of our Rex this week, Megadeth says. Oh, boy. Logano for the poll for Jamie. Let's see. Our internal gratitude. That's right. You win satisfaction, Danny says. Mark says, I want Larson for the poll. Bowman last week looked like NASCAR trying to run the show. I can't get no satisfaction. Yeah. Don't win anything, just bragging rights that you called it right. That's right, crazy. It's just who you think picked, who you think's going to get the poll here. Now, the World Wide Technology Raceway is right outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Pretty much cross the river, Madison, Wisconsin, Illinois, and then across the river, the Mississippi River, is St. Louis, Missouri, with the Golden Arches. You can actually see the track from the Golden Arches. On the opposite, you see the Golden Arches from the track. So, but Chase Briscoe, Danny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick is your standings. Bubba Wallace, Willie B, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain in 8th. Austin Cindric, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, SVG in 12th at 3 points to the good. And then you got Logano, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, and Josh Berry. So can Josh Berry make it past one lap this time? Can Logano continue his good finishes here and move up? We'll see. But Cody Ware on the track right now. Cody Ware on the track. And let's get back to it.
I feel pretty good about it. So it showed good speed. Held on pretty well.
Cody Ware.
Look at this race.
Just like it is right here, Corey.
This racetrack, even beyond your group. You were out there, but we saw it move and migrate around. How wide is this racetrack right there? And what are some of the challenges?
He's in 12th for the playoffs, Shackney. He lost a lot of ground last week.
It really is. And so,
Cody Ware, a 33.650, currently on the pole. Jamie.
There were a lot of speed is made on top.
Gotta hope, right, Jamie?
But get to watch so far. So.
All right, Ty Dillon and that DraftKings. Who's putting money on Ty Dillon? Plus 45,000 to win this race. Plus 45,000 on DraftKings. Who's throwing $1 down on Ty Dillon?
Series champion.
I know Hammer's gonna do it.
Cody Ware, first driver on the track. You get one lap of qualifying. Cody Ware, 33.650 seconds, 133.730 miles per hour, the average speed. Back to pit road and Chris.
Cody Ware.
Brad Keselowski was best out of the 10.
Ty Dillon on the pole, 33.635. Mosh says, not familiar with Cup Car. You're reaping with all the orange. Repping with all the orange, yes.
So I better go out here.
I've got my Brad Keselowski paint scheme on me right now. What's up, Mosh? Good to see you, buddy.
Is track position here at Gateway, and what kind of speed on the single?
Ty Dillon, Michael McDowell here on the pole, 33.197.
Coming in and out, which dramatically affects the speed.
33.197 for Michael McDowell.
Our racetrack is really solid. We're doing all the right.
How about them roll tide, Dobie says. Oh, that explains a lot.
Brett Keselowski's getting ready to get for his Ford.
We're glad you're here, Dobie. You're still here, man. Appreciate you, buddy.
In his third year last
Riley
year,
Herbst. Riley Herbst. 33.417 for Riley Herbst.
Continues to roll on. Michael McDowell, who's one of the better cars today out of Group 1. Flexes muscle again here in qualifying.
Has Shane run yet? No, he's got a little bit. Hey, I bet Ware and Dylan, my fastest lap at Gateway this week was 33.5. There you go.
Cody Ware is
As long as you're faster than Cody Ware and Austin Dillon or Ty Dillon, everything's good.
Down here has the bodyguard colors.
I still can't believe he beat Denny Hamlin in Atlanta. I still can't believe it.
So, Chris, this has been a pretty good racetrack for you. What's your about this racetrack that
Riley Herbst.
so well?
It just kind of races like a very unique short track. So it's just it's a fun racetrack to come
Chris
to.
Buescher talking here.
Like I said, very different from most races. A lot of stuff, really long straightaways, so a lot of setup for those.
Recky.
I think, see how qualifying goes here, but
33.538.
How was the what were the good parts and what were the bad parts about the car you had in today? What'd you feel most?
The Golden Arches? No, I did not.
I think we made some really good changes. And
Aren't we fun?
retired, took us a couple swings at it to get out of here, and I think we're so back for a good point now.
Hit that subscribe, y'all help us out.
Where we unloaded, which obviously helps the confidence level when we sail off into one.
I'm sure that is for sure.
Recky.
Michael McDowell leads. Riley Herbst second. Ty Dillon fourth. Cody Ware fifth. Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Well, Atlanta is a drafting track with half the field wrecked. Kind of easy to miss when you're in the back. True.
Go out and qualifying, Kyle. I know early in the practice session, things weren't to your liking as far as the handling was concerned.
Justin Haley.
What do you think you have here in qualifying?
I don't think we really diagnosed it, but just trying to continue to work on my elements and my issues and my areas of concern to make it.
Yeah, Scott.
The faster you can drive it, harder you can drive it.
Rowdy.
Yeah, the Rebel Bourbon Chevrolet, not quite as we expected it to be here. You know, Sim felt good. This did not. So a little bit of work to do on our behalf, but we've got some good Chevy key partner notes to
Rowdy.
resolve ours.
Track seemed to widen out a little bit. Did that surprise you at all? Were you able to search around a little bit?
The first session we were in didn't really widen out as much as I would have hoped it to be, but being in the first session, I didn't.
This track is flat. Made for Bell, Reddick, and Rowdy.
That'll be more.
If Rowdy can have a good car.
It's Kyle Busch getting ready to qualify. The Rebel Bourbon Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing is Kyle, again, you heard it. Wasn't happy with the race car. Let's see if they got it adjusted here in qualifying.
Justin Haley, 33.25.
In just a bit. Michael McDowell still the fastest. Justin Haley has just gone to second. He too a Spire car, much like McDowell. Riley Herbst is third. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. fourth. Ty Dillon fifth. Cody Ware is sixth. Todd Gilliland is on the track.
Low Wolf, man.
Down here, we spent a little time with John Hunter Nemechek.
You're welcome. 33.252.
Eric, how was your race car?
That Jones boy.
Okay, balance, at least good enough just to run home.
Rowdy's washed up.
Felt like we had getting speed with a couple of things that I think we can get better for tomorrow. So we're just hoping we qualify.
Cold
It's
custard.
gonna be tough.
Ice cream cones.
So hopefully we get a good start spot here in a minute.
2 straight top 5 finishes with Daytona and Darlington. What's it like if it's being just continuous? It just continues to get better and better.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's just fun to drive good cars. You know, days like Darlington, it's fun to be fast and contend for the win. And
Cold
it's
custard.
fun to be in those pressure situations. So hopefully more of that. And, you know, this would be a good place. If we could run well here, I think that'd mean a lot for our company. This is a track we haven't.
Cold custard, P2.
So would be nice.
33.201.
It was selling here back in 2022.
Talking with Ben Bayshore earlier this week.
5 gifted memberships for Lone Wolf. Thank you, Hackney. There you go, baby. NASCAR Crazy.
Super Speedways.
Oh, Billy, Errol, and Chuckster. Thank you. Everybody tell Lone Wolf. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Lone Wolf, thank you so much. And here's Suarez in that big waffle.
This track measures at 1.25 miles. Certainly not a short track. We've heard different drivers already say it's got short track characteristics. I believe it was Chris Buescher said it.
See those waffles.
Short track. So yes, while it's a mile,
Is there a waffle emoji?
so much about it.
There is. Suarez in that waffle car.
And we'll find out which drivers and teams can adjust. AJ Allmendinger finished 5th last weekend at Darlington. Chris Wilner is with him.
Yeah, he certainly did, and he had a big smile on his
Didn't
face.
even
He
talk
was
about Suarez.
Love tap, but you just told me that things are different here at Gateway. What was the biggest issue of practice?
On top of the speed, they never said anything about him.
Of the MJ tap went away as we started practice there. No, just very tight. The Celsius.
Hackney, you can use those emojis now.
Okay. Unfortunately, we could see it from the first group when Ty went out there and he was struggling. So we kind of fought the same thing. Felt like Trent and the boys did a good job. Made a couple of changes. I think we made it a little bit better, at least something that we can go into tomorrow with a direction.
I ate a waffle.
Send this Celsius Chevy. If it doesn't stick, hopefully I don't hit the wall.
These two ends are completely different.
I do. They didn't even talk about them.
When the two corners of the racetrack are very different.
Yeah, for sure. But, you know, I guess in that fact that at least the car, I don't know, good or bad, the car reacted the same at both ends. But yeah, definitely, you know, 1 and 2, you can charge off in the corner, use more brake, and 3 and 4 is more flowing. So
I guess so, because they didn't say one word about him being on top.
So I wasn't ever like on the edge of that, but yeah, it's a tough place, and we didn't make it easy on ourselves in practice, so we'll go see what we got.
AJ Allmendinger as he gets set to climb aboard. That top 5, by the way, last week, his first since Charlotte in May. That was a big momentum boost for this team as they try to now find out some of the bugaboos and get this race car a little faster.
Right now, as we sit in qualifying, we got a waffle at the top of the leaderboard.
Finally.
Suarez, his car with the waffle paint scheme on it with Choice Hotels is the fastest. Michael McDowell is second, and Cole Custer is third quick in qualifying from World Wide.
All right, so yeah, they didn't even talk about Daniel Suarez, and just now, I don't think they said one thing about Daniel Suarez on NBC, but he's in the Choice Privileges Waffle Trackhouse Racing, and that paint job, a big waffle on the side there. So, but Daniel Suarez here on top here right now with Michael McDowell, and then Cole Custard. Get your ice cream cones out. Then Todd Gillen, Justin Haley, another Spire car there. But now Noah Graxon going here in the Beefaroo Ford. And then the Front Row Motorsports. But right now on the track, it's Ty Gibbs in that Sirius XM 54. If you're a Gibbs fan, let me see those 54s. 48.7 at the half. It's only at the half. Oh my gosh. Ty Gibbs. Where's Eric Church? I haven't seen Eric Church in a long time. Hope he's doing all right. Hope Eric Church is doing all right. His boy, legend in training, as we called him. Here he is. Ty Gibbs says, "Hold my beer, Daniel Suarez. We'll make you forget about you right now." 32.889 on the pole for Ty Gibbs, the fastest car in practice as well. In Group 1, he shows it again. The Toyota's got some speed for Joe Gibbs Racing, as he's got a 33.038 on the board for Ty Gibbs. The 54s. Let me see those 54s. Ty Gibbs. There it is. Gibbs. All right.
E3 spark plugs, power, speed.
Here's Noah Graxon.
Get yours today. Dr. Pit Lane and Steve Post.
And Byron down here, his race car.
Beefaroo Ford.
Practice section, our guys talked about maybe a different line, maybe diamonding the corner.
C. Brown dropping those 54s.
Yeah, it seemed like we had pretty decent long run pace. So yeah, just trying to.
Well, I hope UNLV wins, Vegas.
Studying these guys for qualifying.
If you know why, you should know why.
Qualifying and
Hold my beer, Denny. That's right.
No secret, it's been a little bit of a challenge for you guys. What's a key area you've worked on coming into this weekend to try to make this a little bit better?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of looked at everything, so I feel like we're
Yep.
well prepared. You know, it seems like the car has pace, so just got to work our way through the weekend.
We'll see what happens with it. Pace, boy, I'll tell you what, not many excuses for pace. If you have speed in a race car, you can dial it up and see William Byron feeling pretty good about his automobile now.
William Byron, I think when you have good long run speed, because I think this race trends towards longer green flag runs, that could certainly be a benefit. With we got a new driver at the top of the leaderboard.
Ty Gibbs. 2.889 seconds. 130.
A little behind here.
2.4.
miles
CeeLo,
an
do we
hour.
need another good
Noah
year?
Gragson has gone to the number
We
2
do.
spot. Daniel Suarez,
We do.
Michael McDowell, Cole Custer, the top 5. Todd Gilliland is 6.
Little
Justin Haley is 7.
as well. Gregor,
Ricky
appreciate you, man. Cheers, buddy.
In 10th, Cody Ware is 11th of the 11 that have gone.
And the blue, yellow, and white Long John Silver's for
They got a quarterback that's no good either, Danny.
Huntington Beach, California.
Can't wait for Bristol. Mark, you going to be there too?
Off turn number 4, back on the throttle.
Mark, let me know if you're going to be there.
In the air, Zane Smith will go to the top.
Zane Smith, 32.67. And now Bad Brad. You see those 6s.
0.724 miles per hour.
Brad Keselowski coming up to qualify. Ryan Preece as well. Carson Hocevar.
Bad Brad.
Kyle Busch, John Hunter Nemechek, AJ Allmendinger, Eric Jones, and others as this qualifying.
No, I do not like the Yankees, Zach. I'm a Braves fan.
Yeah,
Chop, chop.
We look back at
32.674, Sky Allen.
In qualifying, that is held by Michael McDowell at 32.318 seconds.
Oh no, Jamie. I've never been there.
1 miles per hour.
Vegas still a go.
Qualified here today. 5th best right now for McDowell.
Let me see what we can do, Jake, for you. Let me see. I will, after tonight, I will message you, Jake, and see what's going on.
Flag 32.957 seconds. 136.
CeeLo, you like the Mets? I don't like the Mets. Oh, sorry, Mark.
So far. Here's Ryan Preece, also out of the RFK.
Ryan Preece.
Preece on the racetrack now as he makes his way up off of turn number 2. Rockets down that back straightaway, which almost goes to driver's right as it widens out, headed off into much wider turn 3 and 4. Ryan Preece will get his lap in here in just a moment. Preece now up off of
Ryan Preece a little all over the place.
On the steering wheel inside of that race car, and he comes to the checkered flag. Let's see what Ryan Preece.
Ryan Preece.
10th of the.
Well, it says 11th here. 332.282.
Let's pause 10 seconds.
Here's Hocevar.
Racing Network.
Hocevar right here now a 33.133 for Carson Hocevar. See what he can do right now on lap 2 here. 6th fastest so far. And it looks like he's going to hold that 33.133 for Carson Hocevar. Why not 12s? We haven't done a 12 yet. No 12s yet. Just Carson Hocevar. We'll do 12s when Ryan Blaney gets up. All right, let's go back to it.
The top of the leaderboard. With Ty
Gibson. Brad picked it up from practice. Problem, so have other drivers. Yep.
And here comes Carson, similar to the checkered flag.
Chris Buescher now on the track. Chris Buescher, let me see those 17s.
Relay out of the Spire Motorsports stables.
Chris Buescher comes off turn 4. He'll take the green flag behind Chris.
Buescher.
To go, along with John Hunter Nemechek, AJ Allmendinger.
Second fastest, 32.689.
Let's hear from fan favorite Chase Elliott. He's with Chris Wilner.
He's got the Napa colors on the Chevrolet. Chase, you ran a lot of laps in practice. What did you learn about your race car here this afternoon?
Yeah, I think our the test up here a few weeks ago with Kyle, I think was helpful for us. I thought we were way more in the ballpark than I remember last year. So hopefully we can get a good qualifying effort here and go to work tomorrow.
How hard was this week just as an organization, and how do you reset this weekend?
Let's go back to work, man. It's
okay. Who was it, Cole?
Can't just live in those bad days.
I don't see anything. Oh, right there.
Make sure it makes
Kelly.
We never want to have days like that. We all expect more of ourselves, but nonetheless, it's a new opportunity this weekend.
Kelly, you still here?
Kind of starts back over at 0, so up to us to make it happen.
Thanks, Chase. Chase Elliott, good perspective. It's
Kelly, you still here?
For Hendrick Motorsports organization as we get set to see the qualify in just a minute.
Bad day he's referring to is the bad day for Hendrick Motorsports.
Kelly, was an accident there on Cole's part. Here's Rowdy. Do those 8s. Rowdy.
Down about 1 week ago at Darlington. I love these comments, though. You can't dwell on the past too long. Certainly, you go back, digest it.
You see those 8s.
Engineers and mechanics begin to figure out, because we are going to be going back to Darlington Raceway twice next year. Go ahead and figure out. We got to get better when we.
Zane Smith still on the pole here.
Got a big race
Chris
to do.
Buescher, John Hunter Nemechek now in third with a 32.85. Kelly, if you're watching, let me know. Or you may have to go to your other account just in case you're timed out. I don't see it.
You don't have time for that elongated correction, Alex. You got to correct things immediately. And we'll see if they're able to do that tomorrow with this race 2 in the play.
I don't think you hit them.
Windshield's much bigger than the rear view mirror. You just got to look forward and have a better perspective on where you're heading as an organization. John Hunter Nemechek is on the racetrack now after a great top 5 finish 1 week ago at the track. Too tough to tame.
Yeah, he just deleted it.
John Hunter Nemechek took position number 3 on the leaderboard. 136.978 miles an hour. That's 32.852 seconds. So it's Zane Smith, Chris Buescher, John Hunter Nemechek,
okay, good deal.
Kyle Busch, the top 5 so far. The rest of the top
We thought maybe you got hit, Kelly, but you're good.
6. Noah Gregson is 7. Daniel Suarez is 8. Carson Hocevar
Rowdy's a dude.
and Michael McDowell numbers out. The top 10 from World Wide Technology Raceway. This is the motor.
All right. Do you think that Zane Smith will hold the pole? Yes or no in the chat. Does Zane Smith with a 32.674 hold the pole here? As Ty Gibbs, look, he was the fastest here. He ran a 32.889. Zane Smith with a 32.674. Do you think that Zane Smith will hold the pole here going forward? Jamie says no. Kelly says LOL. Justin says no. Good to see Zane Smith doing good. He used to be my favorite truck series driver. Yeah, he's in the Cup Series now. Ricky says no. Zach says yes. No way he holds it. Center Hill says no for Randy. Lots of no's. What's up, Susan? Lots of no's in the chat. Becky, Joyce. I think the Penske cars might have it here. Oh, you're okay. You're good. You're all good. Ross is going to smoke that pole. All right, Dobie. All right, there you go. Let's see. No for John. No for Hackney. No for Linda. It's doubtful. Yep. So that is our leader right now, pole leader right now. After 18 cars, here is the next up. You got Allmendinger, Jones, Josh Berry, Bowman, SVG, Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, Logano, Willie B. Lots of big-time drivers here, y'all. So probably not going to hold up. But here comes AJ Allmendinger on the track here in just a second. And then you got that Jones boy in that 43.
It moves forward, and if that's a race win or
maybe
we need one of the two. So no, it's been a decent start here. I definitely interested. We were talking about how much track moved around in practice, and definitely a good feel for what it's going to be like in the race because I don't see it evolving a ton more than that. So no, I'm just going to go lay a lap down here. It's going to be a pretty important qualifying session to install and be able to set yourself up for a stretch in stage 1.
How much do you have to tack in this qualifying lap, and how hard do you have to drive it in the corner and trust that it'll sit?
There's a lot of trust. I mean, for sure, to do any one of these qualifying sessions, especially here with many shifts and braking markers and things you kind of got to go through, and the line sensitive to the track's gotten as it's rubbered up. So it's going to be an interesting session, and yeah, try to get my marks.
Allmendinger, third fastest, 32.764. 32.764 for AJ Allmendinger. 32.674. Keep on hitting that. Trying to get to 200 likes, y'all. That's our goal. 200 likes here at the Gateway. 200. Does Jonesy or Bell have a chance? Possibly Bell. Nobody picked the 45. You're right, Kelly. Nobody did.
It's quite the handful, and
I have him as my dark horse, Kelly. Dark horse for this race is Tyler Reddick.
Race stars all around you trying to do all that inside.
That's why I like doing them on my video. I can say that I picked them way ahead of race time.
Best on the planet when it comes to stock.
All right, here is that Jones boy.
Great Southern 500. Backs it up with a good qualifying effort. He'll go to the number 3 spot here early on in qualifying.
Eric Jones, 32.760. Justin Keselowski was the one big name who qualified yet, and he's struggling in qualifying. Yes.
Eric Jones takes the family dollar.
Eric Jones.
Straight away while we check in with Steve Post.
Denny Hamlin down here keeping an eye on the
Denny. Does Roush have anything to do with the team anymore? I think he's part owner.
What you've had in the past.
RFK Racing, Roush, Kozlowski. Or who's the F? I don't know who the F is. Someone help me out with the F name.
See where we end up tomorrow, but overall, it's just pretty pedestrian.
When we look at this race,
Fenway, that's it. Thanks, Jake.
Short race. How important?
Roush, Fenway, Kozlowski Racing. There it is. Thank you.
It's going to be difficult, but it looked like the track was starting to walk.
Shark blood on the track. He's going to try to survive one lap.
But nothing replaces a good pit stall and a good starting spot.
Boy, that is wisdom right there. Nothing does replace.
You see those shark bloods.
Denny Hamlin waits for his turn.
Josh Berry.
1.25 mile
It is Jonesy. Better is qualifying. Yep.
Lap in. Zane Smith is the fastest. We begin playoff competitors qualifying right now. Josh Berry, after a dismal start to his playoff.
32.698.
Just goes to the number 3 spot in qualifying.
Josh Berry, the 16th of 16 drivers on the playoff leaderboard, tied with Alex Bowman. 19
Thank you, Bobby.
below the cut line. Back to Chris.
Ross Chastain has the Busch Light colors, of course, in the backyard of Anheuser-Busch, and what a big week.
Bowman the
Some
Slowman.
of the MRN crew got to go down and visit the brew house and everything down there. How special is it to be a part of not only this company, but be at their home race too as well?
It's amazing.
Bowman the
First
Slowman.
time I got to go to beer school over there at the brewery, you just get to see, as y'all did. You get
Bowman the Slow Pit Stopping.
brand. So
Rowdy Nation. Moore's like howdy vacation. Where's Billy Bob Byron? He's coming up almost second to last. Zane is still the top. Yes, first place. Still the top.
sure you drank some lunch.
Here's SPG.
So we like that. So yeah, to represent Busch Light and the means a lot.
SPG.
And so how is the race car? Can you put on a good show for them tomorrow?
We put on a good show. I'd like it to be a boring show. We were just out front so far. So yeah, we're to be. I didn't help us in practice. I worked my way to a better spot, but definitely wasn't natural.
SPG. 7th fastest. Look at SPG. 32.76.
And yeah, thank you to Trackhouse.
Now here's Christopher Bell.
Freshest beer I think you could have. It was some 4 hours old. Pretty new, pretty fresh, but Ross Chastain hoping to have a good show.
You see those bells. Christopher Bell.
Reading the Gideons.
That like y'all trying to get to 200 likes. 200 likes. There's 400 in here. 400.
Oh, you were having communion of your own, son.
I was. And yeah, it was spectacular. We were there, 2.5, 3 hours. We got to see just about everything you can do behind the scenes, and a great time. And yeah, we literally got beer right out of the finish. It's the most massive tank I've ever seen in my life. It was unbelievable.
Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time. Christopher Bell just goes to the top of the leaderboard.
Boom!
38.10 miles an hour, 32.512 seconds. So it's Christopher Bell leading the way. Zane Smith second, Chris Buescher third, Josh Berry fourth, Eric Jones running out the top 5. Austin Dillon's on the racetrack right now.
And something Brad Keselowski said on his interview just a moment ago, this track is very temperature sensitive. So if the clouds come in, the speed can pick up. Right now, this entire facility is under some cloud cover as Christopher Bell rocketed to the top. Here's Austin Dillon in his black and purple and
Austin Dillon.
It's a beautiful Dow car as he makes his way up off turn.
Bell.
Back down to the line.
32.512.
Line, Austin Dillon goes to 5 on the leaderboard with a 32.75 second lap, 137.375 miles an hour. As Austin Dillon cools down from his lap, Joey Logano takes the green.
Here's Joey.
Driver that certainly knows how to get around.
See those 22s.
Technology Raceway, but and he needs something good to happen here. Logano's got top 5 finishes in all 3 races.
See what he can do, Logano.
Here, including a win back in 2022. So Joey Logano understands the track, adjusts well. This is
Joey Logano in that Hunt Brothers Pizza Ford.
For Team Penske and what Logano can do right here.
Hunt Brothers Pizza on the quarter panels, a bright green race car this weekend for Joey.
He'll bring that Ford Mustang out of turn number 4 to the start-finish.
Joey, wow, look at Willie B.
Best for Joey Logano at the moment with Christopher
Willie B, hello.
Zane Smith hanging in there in second.
Not anymore.
Is third. Fourth is Josh Berry. And fifth is Joey Logano.
Not anymore. Byron.
Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain.
32.467.
And then qualifying will be over for the Enjoy Illinois 300.
Got another Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet on
Boom.
the track. It's William Byron who works his way down the backstretch. His teammate
Boom, Willie B.
Bowman back in the 15th spot as of right now. We'll find out what Byron's got for the field as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4.
Looking like it's going to be a good lap.
Byron on the pole.
Finish line, checkered flag is waving into the top.
HP.
William Byron, 138.60.
Z by Hewlett Packard.
0.467 seconds. It's Byron, Bell, Zane Smith, Busher, and Barry from World Wide Technology.
All right, so who thinks Willie B is going to keep this pole? Willie B. Bad week for last week for Hendrick Motorsports. But Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Larson, Cindric, Chastain, Bubba, Denny, Tyler Reddick, and Chase Briscoe are the left. Who thinks Willie B keeps the pole with a time of 32.467? Who thinks Willie B keeps the pole here with a 32.467? Thank you guys for getting us to 35,060. We'll see if we can break that 100 mark by the end of the race tonight. As we're in the pin message above, guys, is the race for tonight, the New Way 200 at the Gateway, the World Wide Technology Raceway. We'll be bringing you flag-to-flag coverage here for you tonight. The last race of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season before the playoffs start. So then the playoffs start next week at Bristol. So looking forward to next week at Bristol for you guys. And we'll be bringing that to you up to Saturday, it looks like, or Friday night. And then we will take it from there. But thank you guys so much for hanging with us. We appreciate you. And let's see. Ricky says no. Still got the 5 for Dubs. I do, WM says. Let's see. Larson going to get the pole for Shangri-La. Let's see. Nope for Randy. 184 likes. Nope for Linda. Willie B for the pole for WM. Blaney beats Byron for the pole. Jamie says. Big Wade says he does not keep the pole. How did Bowman do? He's way down there. I'll show you where Bowman is. He's in 16th right now, Sango Kid. Let's see here. Willie B for Charles. So let's see. Got some folks wanting Willie B to be here, but Zane Smith was on the pole in that Long John Silver's Ford, but he's got a time of 32.674. Christopher Bell right now on the outside for Willie B. Playoffs, that's right, Bowman the Slowman, and here it is, Chase. You see those 9s.
Try to get out there and flog the field and continue to put the gauntlet down here in the opening round of the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series.
I see you, Chase.
Continues on here at World Wide Technology Raceway. 3rd of 4, Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolets is on the track. This time it's Chase.
I see you, Chase.
Take that yellow and blue Napa number 9 Chevrolet Camaro.
12 likes to go to 200.
Alex, he's got his hands full just watching him navigate the car around the racetrack and shifting up and down corners, just sawing back and forth on the steering wheel. Every ounce of
Chase.
It looks to be a good qualifying lap so far. Question is,
11.
His teammate to run for the pole.
32.799 for Chase. Car didn't turn.
16. Here comes Chase Elliott down the line. Checkered flag is out. Elliott will be 11th on the board for Chase Elliott. So
here's Blaney.
So far, 3 cars.
Blaney at the top.
Order up and down.
Look at that. Should have known.
Now the driver on the racetrack is Ryan Blaney. 1 lap winning this race.
Blaney.
Coming out of turn number 4, right before
that Menards Pennzoil Ford.
Fuel, he was quickly bypassed by his teammate Austin Cindric, and Cindric went on to win the race. That definitely was one that for Ryan Blaney, who most recently won the regular.
Blaney with the pole right now.
Got a bright yellow and white.
11th ain't bad, Sky says.
Soil Ford Mustang dark horse. Had a big wiggle there in turns.
Blaney on the pole. Penske, man.
Looks relatively clean for Blaney.
See if he's got the speed that can carry him all
Boom.
the way to the top of the leaderboard.
Can he surpass William Byron at the top?
Yes, he can.
All right.
Blaney
How about
goes to
Larson
the
now?
spot. 138.
Larson on the track.
An hour, 32.432 seconds. And Ryan Blaney, Alex, who was faster in practice,
Larson.
seeming to be backing up that performance.
Tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Blaney just seems to be turning it on here in the summer months, heading into the playoffs. When
Playoffs?
you're peaking at your best, and Blaney and that team have things pointed in the right direction. As Kyle Larson works his way down the backstretch in his HendrickCars.com Chevrolet on his qualifying lap.
Had a good run coming out of turn number 2, blasting his way up the back straightaway. Now he'll dial up the low lane through turns 3 and turn 4. Kyle Larson on the hammer.
Boom. Pole.
The checker flag is out, and Kyle Larson to the top.
Pole.
Larson the fastest in qualifying as they begin to
Larson.
now take their turns on leading qualifying.
And now Cindric.
For a bit, then it was Blaney for about 45 seconds or so. And now Kyle Larson goes to the top of the leaderboard.
Man.
As he's on his cool-down lap, the green flag goes in the air.
Kimberly. Oh, Tim, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Austin Cindric, the defending
I would be
winner of
funny
this
practical
race.
joke if everyone walking past Steelo kept saying, playoff.
Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, and Chase Briscoe. And then qualifying for the Enjoy Illinois 300 will be over. Here's Cindric.
Cindric.
To the back straightaway. He'll take that blue and
Fifth.
black Freightliner.
Fifth place.
Down to the bottom of turns 3 and 4.
See what he's got now as he exits
Larson will
turn
wreck
number
tomorrow.
4 for Austin.
Cindric hit the wall. That's what happened to him.
Cindric.
Slid it down a little bit.
Checkered flag is in the air, and Austin Cindric will go to 5th on the
Ross
leaderboard.
Chastain. You see those ones?
William Byron is 3rd, Christopher Bell currently 4th, and Austin Cindric now 5th.
6th is Zane Smith. Chris Buescher is 7th. Josh Berry is 8th. Joey Logano is 9th. And Austin Dillon around.
Chastain.
Busch Light Chevrolet on the racetrack now is Ross.
You see those
Chastain
watermelons?
from the Trackhouse Racing Stables. Here's Chastain now off turn number 2. Now sprints his way up that long backstretch.
Watermelons in the house.
Truck stop there just behind the backstretch right off of Interstate 70, and he makes his way into turn number 3.
Here's Ross Chastain. Had the pleasure of spending some time with him in the booth last weekend in Darlington. He joined us on the NASCAR Racing Network for coverage of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Where's Chase Elliott? 11.
Got the helmet firmly in his.
Oh, 16th.
I guess-
16, Michael.
On top of his head. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
It is aura. What is aura?
Ross
Chastain P2. 32.408. Here's Bubba.
Second consecutive week. A good qualifying effort for Ross Chastain. Let's see if he can now parlay
Bubba.
race. Chastain backed up a pretty good qualifying.
You're wrong about
effort
Ross.
last week, and let's see what he can do in tomorrow's Enjoy.
Yeah, you said he's going to get the pole.
300. A handful of cars still to qualify.
Came close.
This is on the track now.
Matter of fact, he's on his green flag lap. He'll take that McDonald's Toyota off the end of the back straightaway. He'll aim those golden arches across the turn 4 region. Now on
That's right, NATO.
line. Checkered flag is waving, and Bubba Wallace's lap is now complete.
Go Denny.
11th on the leaderboard for Bubba Wallace is not what he was hoping to see right now. As a matter of fact, there's only one Toyota in the current top 10, and that's Christopher Bell in the number 5 spot.
Right now on the racetrack, the progressive Toyota for Denny Hamlin will take the green flag. Of course, Denny rallying.
Yes,
back to the
sir.
top 10 finish. Alex, we talk about the drivers having
Back-to-back poles, baby. Let's go.
Playoff drivers that had a stumble, maybe stumped their toe a little bit in Darlington a week ago.
Yeah, I had a couple of
Yes, sir.
there and some mistakes on the track for Denny, but yeah, good rebound there. Denny, by the way, finished 2nd here.
Boom.
Last 2 races for the NASCAR Cup Series at World
Vomit.
Wide Technology Raceway. Yeah, pretty good lap going here at qualifying.
Denny Hamlin across the
Yeah.
top he goes. 130.
Go. Here we go.
1-9
Tyler Reddick.
an hour. 32.3
I love this paint job
seconds.
on the 45.
Hamlin goes to the top of the leaderboard with 2 cars remaining to qualify.
Next on the track is the car that he owns and the driver he
The employee.
employs, and Tyler Reddick.
P6.
Start finish line, green flag is out. Reddick, full speed, now stands on the brakes, downshifts not once but
Go
twice.
Lenny,
in turns
T-Van.
1 and 2.
Man, he dives for the bottom of the racetrack. Had a good run going through turns 1 and 2. Car looks
6.
pretty stable as he gets that
32.501.
midway between turns 1 and 2.
32.501.
Onto the back straightaway.
Now let's see if he can maximize his car right now. He'll dial it right, not necessarily to the bottom of the racetrack, but about a lane off.
Is that it?
Curving.
Who got left?
Back up off turn 4.
Briscoe.
Flag is
Here we go.
Reddick will go flying by the start finish line. He'll go to the number
Briscoe
6 position on the leaderboard. We know there's going to be a Toyota on the pole for the Enjoy Illinois 300 because Denny Hamlin sits there now, and there's a one car remaining.
Oh,
This is Joe Gibbs.
there we go. Yes, sir.
Chase Briscoe is on the race.
19.
Chase Briscoe is to win this pole today. It will be his 7th of 2025. He fell short last week at Darlington by 2/100ths of a second. Coincidentally, Denny beating for that pole position. Let's see what Chase Briscoe has right now. Looks to be a solid run for that Tracker Boats Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. Here's Briscoe dialing up the low lane yet again. Let's see what Chase Briscoe has for him coming out of turn 4. He is going to now let the car drift wide up off of turn number 4. Back on the throttle. Leaves plenty of room to driver's right off the wall. And Briscoe will be 3rd. Denny Hamlin has won the pole for the Enjoy Illinois 300 at World Wide.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Left a width. Up off of
Let's go, baby. Yeah.
The racetrack on exit of the corner at all. And Briscoe, so it's Denny Hamlin winning pole position. Kyle Larson will start 2nd.
I'm going to start selling Denny Hamlin voodoo dolls.
William Byron will start 6th.
Oh, man.
Chris Buescher will start 11th.
Oh.
12th. Joey Logano 13th. 14th to Bubba Wallace.
We'll read this here. All right. Denny Hamlin with the pole. Back-to-back poles for Denny. Kyle Larson 2nd. Chase Briscoe 3rd. Rias Chastain 4th. 5th is Ryan Blaney. 6th is Willie B. 7th is Tyler Reddick. 8th is Christopher Bell. 9th is Austin Cindric. 10th is Zane Smith. 11th, Chris Buescher. 12th, Josh Berry. 13th, Joey Logano. 14th, Bubba Wallace. 15th, Austin Dillon. 16th, Eric Jones. 17th is AJ Allmendinger, SVG. 18th qualifies better than Chase Elliott. 19th is Chase Elliott. 20th is John Hunter Nemechek. Let's see if they're talking yet.
So it's all over for practice and qualifying here at Gateway. Denny Hamlin will lead the field to the green flag, and he's with Steve Post.
Denny Hamlin down here celebrating the pole position, 46th career pole, and it's been
Hi, Kelly.
a week since you won your last one, Denny. That lap, was it a little bit of a surprise, or did you feel like you guys were a contender for the pole here today?
A little bit of a surprise. I had a lift there off of turn 2 that cost me some speed. I thought I nailed 3 and 4 pretty decent, but overall, really happy with the adjustments we made there for qualifying, and now we see what happens here tomorrow.
Well, you talked about the adjustments last week. We talked at Darlington, and you felt like you guys found good direction from.
Thank you, Rebel Soul.
Did you need to find the same thing, or how do you feel about the car now on longer runs after you had some practice earlier today as well?
True TV, ugh.
I feel like we're in the ballpark. Just gotta fine tune it here and there, and obviously a car that can make speed like that for one lap on a tire that doesn't fall off a lot means that it more than likely you can sustain it for a long distance.
So see what.
All right, so Denny Hamlin. We'll finish this here. 21st is Ty Gibbs. 22nd, Kyle Busch. 23rd, Brad Keselowski. 24th, Noah Gragson. 25th, Alex Bowman. 26th, Daniel Suarez. 27th, Carson Hocevar. 28th, Michael McDowell. 29th, Cole Custer. 30th, Todd Gillen. 31st, Justin Haley. 32nd, Ryan Preece. 33rd, Riley Herbst. 34th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 35th, Ty Dillon. And 36th, Cody Ware. So there it is, y'all. We appreciate the love here today. We thank so much for hanging with us here for the practice and qualifying for the Enjoy Illinois 300. And congratulations, Denny Hamlin on the pole. Back-to-back poles last week and this week. So good to see that. So it was Chase Briscoe was on the pole last week, right? Am I right? Or are we on the pole? I can't remember. No, Briscoe was on the outside and Hamlin was on there. So also want to end this with you. You are the best, CeeLo. Thank you, Crazy. I want to also end this with, before you guys leave, make sure you say a prayer for our good friend Tom. You know Tom was one of our mods, one of our great friends too. Susan, thanks for becoming a member, or being a member too as well. I want you to please say a prayer for our good friend Tom. He is needing prayers more than ever right now. Lots of bad news going on right now for our good friend Tom. So please say a prayer for our good friend Tom before you go to bed, for giving him the peace and the understanding and all that stuff going into this. We thank you for all the prayers going into this and going forward. Please say a prayer for our good friend Tom, as he needs everything that he can get right now. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. I want to thank my lovely wife Spain for everything that she does behind the scenes as I'm up here on the weekends. I want to thank my mods for moderating. I want to thank my members for their hard-earned money back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for watching. So coming up here in about 20, 35 minutes, pre-race ceremonies for the NASCAR Xfinity Series live on our channel. So make sure you pin message and you'll be redirected as well. So looking forward to it. Congratulations, Denny Hamlin. Let's go on the pole for tomorrow's race, the Enjoy Illinois 300 that will be live on our channel tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in about 35 minutes. We appreciate you and let's go.